Well, as we move on to our next issue of discussion, where after witnessing an upsurge in its value since March, making it the best performing currency in the world, the Naira witnessed a decline in the official market. In the official market, the Naira tumbled to 1,234 to a dollar. However, the new slip has been blamed on speculators who resumed hoarding of the dollar. While some stakeholders accuse the new crypto exchange platforms, we hope something is done for the progress to be sustained. Tunde, everybody was thinking that the Naira, but with this, I don't know what to explain now.
Well, I think it should not surprise anybody who is a very close watcher of the Nigerian event. Yes, they will not give up the fight so early, especially with the seizure of the licenses of some BDCs, well, actually, and some banks too. So I think the central bank does have to up their sleeve, be taking a step ahead of these people, because these people are a cabal. It is their source of living. They have been living large on the rest of Nigerians because of what they are doing.
When you say taking a step further, what step are you looking at?
The step they are going to take is to ensure that without necessarily intervening, because the CBN governor said they're not going to intervene. I think we have to keep a close tab on the activities of this order. The banking system knows those people who are behind it. And the earlier, the better. Like the central bank governor was saying last week, that Nigeria had $600 million that came in. Perhaps that one contributed to government having more funding. But in the long term, the best thing you can do to ensure that all the other sources, all the other sources of using foreign money, like it was good that the FCC 2 weeks ago said that all schools, all hospitals, all hotels in Nigeria, all supermarkets charging dollar, they have to stop it. These are some of the areas, things that can be done in the long term to stop that. Because if there's no pressure on the Naira, dollar, the Naira will not fall.
Yeah.
So there's too much pressure on the dollar. Then that pressure is to investigate what exactly are they using it for. Is it for hoarding? Is it for importing? Is it for the fact that some people have stolen money in Nigeria? And no, it is true that they are trying to repatriate the money at all costs. If they are trying to repatriate the money at all costs, it means that there will be a pressure on the dollar. So there are so many other angles that the central CBN has to look at that is responsible for it. Because Nigerians already, even the common market people, they are telling you that, thank God,
things are going down.
The dollar are going down. And then suddenly something happened. So we have the CBN governor, as an expert, need to take more far-reaching decisions that will hurt. You don't expect them to give up the fight. Those who are holding the dollar or those who are speculators, they won't give up easily. So you need to put on the thinking cap and do more.
Looking on thinking caps, BKO, what's your position on this?
Yes, just as you said, people who afforded the dollars, people who bought the dollars at very exorbitant rates, they are not going to sit by and watch you win their lives, because that's what to come to. If we invested so much money and the dollar keeps performing poorly against the Naira, how are you going to recoup your money? So the CBN, the EFCC has announced that it has frozen more than 300 accounts, suspicious accounts. And after the banning of crypto trading, this Binance system, they have discovered other platforms that are being used, and they are even said to be worse than crypto. So these platforms operating outside of the banking corridors, operating outside the financial system, they are a real danger to a foreign, to a stable and a transparent foreign exchange market in our country. I believe that it is extremely difficult for us to not continue to intervene in that market, because a lot of the people operating in the market, they are crooked people. They are not decent people. You can live, you can liberalize the sector, you can liberalize the market only if you are certain that all the players are people who play by the rules.
Right.
What we've seen is a situation in which these crypto trading firms were angling for the Naira to trade at more than 3,000. They were waiting for that. Yes. Some of them, some of the news outlets that they use were already speculating that we will get to 300. That's why when one was saying the other day that they were defending the Naira, that they have spent so much money from foreign reserves, I said, you that you lied that we will get to 3,000. You want to do a story now that we have emptied the foreign reserves. You want me to believe. And I said here, immediately I saw that, I said here that, look, these guys, they do not know what they are talking about. Every time the foreign reserves dip, you cannot simply say it's because they are defending the Naira. Because the foreign reserves are there to pay loans, to honor other obligations.
Right.
The foreign reserves are there not simply, it's not simply to defend the Naira. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous for people to just assume that every time that money goes down, it must be because they are using it to defend the currency. The people, just the way some people are saying, we told them, they have given up on floating. Anybody who can read and write can go use the internet to get the definition of floating, the definition of money float, the definition of a fixed exchange rates module. You will know that what we have now is managed float. When we have a fixed exchange rate, we knew that it was 460 to the dollar, and it remained like that in the official market. Of course, we had several official windows that time. A separate window for people going on pilgrimage, a separate window for manufacturers, a separate window for people who are going to school. You know, but all that is not happening, and you are still saying there are no floating. Now, once they see that this thing is going up again, they will say they are back. I wonder what they will say. You said there's no floating again, just because you saw that Naira appreciated. We have a problem in our country.
Right.
People are ideologically fixated on many things. And to convince them with superior logic, with knowledge that they don't have, is a problem because they are not prepared as long as it doesn't go along the way that they like. As I told someone, I said, even the CBN governor today, to tell you that what we have, because they were saying they've gone back to what Emefiele was doing, which is absolute rubbish. I told someone that today, the CBN governor, Cardoso, cannot determine the rates, cannot determine the rate at which the Naira will close at any given day. At the AFM, Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market, he cannot determine it because it is determined by the interplay of market forces.
Right.
It is out of his hand.
Right.
The CBN can only minimally intervene. That is what a money float is.
So where would you leave this in a nutshell in about 10 seconds?
What I'm saying is there is a need, there is a new, outside of this Binance, there is a new platform that they are doing even worse things than Binance. We have to move quickly, keep them in check. The same way we dealt with the Binance people. Otherwise, this thing is unusual. Suddenly going to
1,000.
and the CBN governor said there will be ups and downs as we are trying to stabilize. So I know that it will still come down. I'm confident that his methods are working. But it's say eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. We must realize that we cannot take our eyes off the ball.
Absolutely.
These guys are desperate.
Right.
They want to make money even if the rest of us die. So we have to keep our eyes on the ball. I'm happy with what the EFCC has done to freeze those accounts, more than 300 accounts. Come and explain how you got the money. And if you cannot explain, that money is gone.
That's gone.